Imagine this: a pickup truck that combines the power of a diesel engine with the efficiency of an electric motor. Yes, Chery's new Diesel Plug-in Hybrid Ute is about to deliver a massive blow to big brands like the Ford Ranger, Toyota Hilux, and BYD Shark. When Chery's CEO announced this project, the entire auto industry was shaken, because until now, no one had dared to combine diesel and hybrid technology at this level. This isn't just a pickup truck, it's a revolution in the automotive world, offering both power and fuel efficiency, with performance so impressive that people will be left speechless. Chery's plan is clear. They want to bring about a quiet revolution in the pickup market, where the desires of both traditional diesel enthusiasts and new hybrid adopters are met. But the big question is, can this new diesel hybrid truck truly challenge giants like Ford and Toyota? And will the BYD Shark, which was until now considered the next-gen hybrid, be left behind? We'll answer all these questions in detail in the video ahead, where we'll unveil the complete story of its engine setup, mileage, torque, and hidden hybrid features. What kind of engine technology is powering this vehicle that will shake up the entire electric vehicle market in the future? Before we proceed with the video, please subscribe to the channel so you can be among the first to watch such powerful and informative videos. Before we delve into Chery's market-disrupting diesel hybrid, let's take a step back and understand who Chery is and how it rose from a relatively unknown name to become one of China's fastest-growing automotive companies. Chery's story begins in 1997, when a group of engineers in China realized the country needed its own car brand. At that time, most people relied on Japanese, Korean, or European cars. But Chery was determined to show the world, through our own technology, that China too can achieve great things in car manufacturing. Initially, the company lacked significant funding and international experience, but they possessed one crucial thing: unwavering determination and a hunger for innovation. They faced numerous challenges while developing their first few cars. The government sometimes tried to halt the project, the machinery malfunctioned, and foreign companies mocked them, saying, "Chinese cars will never last." But Chery responded with action. They gradually began producing small family cars that were affordable, reliable, and fuel-efficient. These cars won the hearts of ordinary Chinese families. Then came the turning point when Chery ventured beyond the domestic market and entered the global arena. They started exporting their cars to countries in Africa, South America, and the Middle East. Surprisingly, Chery cars quickly gained popularity in these countries as well. People realized, hey, this is truly value for money. That's when Chery's name began to rise. Over time, the company shifted from simply manufacturing cars to developing its own technology. They developed their own engines, transmissions, and hybrid systems. This was the step that set Chery apart from other Chinese companies. While other brands relied on foreign technology, Chery declared, "We will build it ourselves, learn ourselves, and compete with the world on our own terms." Today, Chery has its own electric and hybrid technology division. They own brands like Tiggo, Arizo, Jetour, and Omoda, which are making waves in their respective segments in different countries. The Omoda brand in particular has gained significant popularity among young people because of its futuristic design and high-tech features. But Chery's greatest strength is its vision. They don't just make cheap cars, they make smart cars. Their philosophy is that if you want to survive in a market, you have to sell not just a car, but an experience. That's why they've incorporated AI-based driving systems, smart voice control, and connected features into their vehicles. Now you might be wondering how this company, which started by making inexpensive cars, suddenly surged ahead? The answer is their innovation-first mindset. Chery's CEO himself once said, "Our goal is not to make the cheapest car. Our goal is to create technology that will disrupt the market." And that's the statement that changed everything. Today, Chery is not just a car brand, but a symbol of the transformation that China has brought to the automobile industry. Major global brands like Toyota, Ford, and Hyundai are now keeping a close eye on Chery's technology because the company has proven that it's second to none. And now, when it comes to their Diesel Plug-in Hybrid Ute, this is the moment where Chery has proven that it's no longer just a follower, but a leader. This vehicle isn't just about the engine or features. It's a symbol of the philosophy that says, "We will create what no one expected." What is a diesel plug-in hybrid system, and why is it so special? Now, let's talk about something that has shaken the entire auto industry: the diesel plug-in hybrid system. This system combines the power of a diesel engine with the efficiency of an electric motor. The name sounds a bit complicated, but in simple terms, this technology is the best of both worlds: the power and torque of a diesel engine combined with the smoothness and fuel efficiency of an electric motor. So, let's understand how this system works in simple terms. When you start the car, most of the time it runs solely on the electric motor, meaning it's completely silent, smooth, and quiet. This happens when you're driving in the city or moving slowly in traffic. In these situations, the electric motor is most efficient because it doesn't require much power, thus saving fuel. Now, as soon as you need a little more speed, like when driving on the highway or going uphill, the diesel engine automatically switches on. And the interesting part is that both the electric motor and the diesel engine work together. This means you get the powerful torque of the diesel engine and the instant acceleration of the electric motor. Together, they give the car rocket-like performance. Now, let's talk about energy management. This system has a very intelligent brain. It has an intelligent control unit, ICU, that constantly decides when the electric motor should do most of the work and when the engine should. For example, if you're in traffic, the engine will be off and the motor will run. If you're driving fast, both will provide power. And when you apply the brakes, the braking energy is converted back into electrical energy and stored in the battery. This is called a regenerative braking system. This means the more you drive, the more charge is generated, essentially free electricity. Now the question arises: how is this system different from petrol hybrid or purely electric vehicles? First of all, a diesel engine delivers more torque than a petrol engine, meaning it's perfect for towing heavy loads, climbing hills, or covering long distances. Secondly, diesel engines always offer better mileage than petrol engines. And imagine the fuel efficiency when an electric motor is added. The fuel consumption will be significantly reduced. While electric vehicles rely solely on batteries and come with the anxiety of charging, this system eliminates that worry. Even if the battery runs out, the diesel engine can charge it or power the vehicle directly. This eliminates the fear of range anxiety, which is the biggest problem with electric vehicles. Another advantage of this system is driving flexibility, meaning you can choose the driving mode. You can drive in purely electric mode, purely diesel mode, or a combination of both in hybrid mode. And when both work together, the car's performance feels like a turbo boost has been activated. Now, let's talk about maintenance. People believe that hybrid systems are very complex, but in reality, this system is largely self-managing. The diesel engine only runs when needed, extending its lifespan. The electric motor doesn't burn any fuel, thus reducing pollution. This technology not only saves money, but is also a boon for the environment. The biggest advantage is that the diesel plug-in hybrid is designed for real-world driving. It's perfect not just for laboratory tests, but for real roads. Long distances, heavy loads, rough terrain, it works everywhere. This is why this system is most popular in the truck, SUV, and pickup segments. Chery's system takes things a step further by incorporating a super-efficient diesel engine, a high-capacity battery, and a smart energy switching system. This not only makes the vehicle powerful, but also halves its fuel consumption. And this is what has left giants like the Ford Ranger, Toyota Hilux, and BYD Shark scratching their heads. Because the game is no longer just about EVs. It's now about hybrid with power. Power and performance. Now let's talk about the real strength of this new Chery Diesel Plug-in Hybrid Ute, its power and performance. To be honest, the first question that comes to mind when you see it is this a pickup truck or a rocket? Because Chery has done something truly remarkable this time. Something no one had even imagined before. This truck is equipped with a powerful diesel engine, which is very powerful in itself, and it's coupled with a high-torque electric motor. The combined output they deliver will send a rush of adrenaline through your veins. Its total power output is over 400 horsepower, and the torque reaches approximately 850 Newton-meters, which is comparable to a sports SUV. Many heavy trucks don't even have this much torque. And when you press the accelerator, this truck accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 5.8 seconds. Imagine a diesel pickup truck that achieves such speed and with such smoothness, like an electric car gliding along. Now let's talk about comparisons. If you compare it to the Ford Ranger or the Toyota Hilux, the difference is clear. The Ranger's power is around 210-220 HP, and the Hilux delivers about 200 HP. This means Chery has surpassed both of them with almost double the power. And the amazing thing is that despite all this power, its driving is very stable, thanks to its all-wheel drive system, smart torque control, and electric boost traction technology. This means that whether it's an uphill climb or muddy terrain, this vehicle demonstrates exceptional grip on every surface. Now let's move on to the next aspect. Hybrid efficiency, or diesel in the tank, electricity in the battery. That's the real game changer. This truck is equipped with a high-capacity battery pack that fully charges in just 2 to 3 hours. And on a single charge, this truck can travel 80 to 100 kilometers in electric mode alone, without using any diesel. This means that if you're driving around the city every day, you won't need any diesel at all. Now, when you're on a long journey, the diesel engine automatically switches on and continuously recharges the battery. So you can forget about fuel station queues, because this vehicle charges itself while you drive. And when both the diesel and electric systems work together, its average mileage reaches approximately 30 to 35 kilometers per liter, which is incredible for a pickup truck. Here, the user gets the best of both worlds, the smoothness of a gasoline engine and the power of a diesel engine. Driving in electric mode is silent, produces no emissions, and cuts fuel costs by almost half. And when the diesel engine kicks in, the pickup and loading capacity reach their peak. That's why Chery's hybrid system has become the perfect combination of a working truck and a family SUV. Comparison: direct competition with the Ford Ranger, Toyota Hilux, and BYD Shark. Now let's talk about the part where the real fun begins, the direct competition, that is, Chery versus the Ford Ranger, Toyota Hilux, and BYD Shark. These are the three names that have dominated the pickup segment for a long time. But now that Chery has entered the arena with its new diesel plug-in hybrid Ute, the competition has become even more interesting. Let's take a look at the real-world performance of these four vehicles one by one, in terms of power, engine, and hybrid technology. First, let's talk about the Ford Ranger. This name is a brand in itself. Ford's Ranger truck has always been known for its power and reliability. Its 2.0-liter or 3.0-liter V6 diesel engine delivers approximately 210 to 250 horsepower, and a considerable amount of torque, up to 600 Nm. Its off-road capability is excellent, and it can easily tow heavy loads. However, a major drawback is that it still runs on a pure diesel engine. That means no electric assist, no energy recovery system. This means that while the Ford Ranger is powerful, it lags behind in terms of future technology. Now let's move on to the Toyota Hilux, which is called the king of ruggedness. Toyota has designed the Hilux to withstand all kinds of terrain. Its engine is a 2.8-liter turbo diesel, which delivers approximately 200 horsepower and 550 Nm of torque. The vehicle's build quality and suspension are excellent, but it also suffers from the same drawback. It is not yet fully integrated with hybrid technology. Toyota is currently working on its hybrid Hilux, but even that will be a mild hybrid, meaning only a little electric support. No plug-in feature, no high-capacity battery. So, in terms of power and reliability, the Hilux is still strong, but companies like Chery could overtake it in the future. Now let's talk about the BYD Shark, a brand-new entry that has caught everyone's attention. BYD is known worldwide for its electric and hybrid technology, and the Shark is a result of that philosophy. It features a combination of a 1.5-liter petrol engine and 2 electric motors, which together deliver approximately 430 horsepower. This sounds very impressive, and indeed its performance is excellent. It runs on an electric hybrid system, meaning it can be charged and also receives power from the petrol engine. But there's a twist: the limitations of the petrol engine. Petrol has lower fuel efficiency, and when you're carrying heavy loads or driving off-road, the engine has to work harder. This reduces mileage and sometimes causes delays in power delivery. Now let's come to the real hero, the Chery Diesel Plug-in Hybrid Ute. This is where Chery surprised everyone. The other 3 brands are either petrol hybrids or pure diesel, but Chery combined both, the power of diesel and the intelligence of electric. Its engine is approximately a 2.0-liter turbo diesel, along with a high-torque electric motor, which together deliver around 400 horsepower and 850 Nm of torque. That's significantly more power than Ford and Toyota, and also more real-time torque than the BYD Shark. The most important thing is that the diesel engine delivers more torque at lower RPMs compared to petrol. This means the vehicle gets more strength for towing heavy loads, climbing hills, or off-road driving. While the BYD Shark is fast on the highway, this Chery Ute excels at real-world work. That's real power. Now, talking about the hybrid system, Chery's plug-in hybrid is quite advanced. In this vehicle, the battery isn't just for show. It can power the car for 8,100 kilometers in electric mode alone. Furthermore, the diesel engine continuously charges the battery while driving, eliminating the fear of running out of range. In contrast, if the battery runs out in the BYD Shark, the petrol engine has to work harder, leading to decreased efficiency. While Ford and Toyota are still relying on traditional engines, Chery has demonstrated that the future isn't just about making EVs, but about creating innovative hybrid systems. Their diesel plug-in setup is not only powerful, but also delivers double the mileage. And best of all, this system is designed for real-world driving conditions, not just laboratory tests. Pricing and market strategy. Neither too cheap nor too expensive. Now let's talk about the part that determines the biggest decision for any vehicle: its price and market strategy. The question on everyone's mind is, how much will the vehicle cost? Where will it be launched? And who will it compete against? And the move Chery has made this time is truly well calculated. Neither too cheap nor too expensive. A perfect middle ground, but one that hits the mark. Look, if you go to buy a Ford Ranger or a Toyota Hilux, you know that these pickup trucks don't come cheap. Their prices in most countries range from $40,000 to $70,000, approximately 35 to 60 lakh Indian rupees. Meanwhile, a high-tech hybrid pickup like the BYD Shark is even more expensive due to the added cost of the electric system and battery pack. But what Chery has done has truly become a headache for other companies, because they have priced their new diesel plug-in hybrid Ute between $35,000 and $45,000, which is approximately 30 to 40 lakh rupees. Now think about it. If Ford or Toyota offered this much power, torque, and advanced system, the price would easily exceed 60 lakh rupees. But Chery has decided to launch it with smart pricing. This means they haven't made it cheap by placing it in the lower segment, but rather positioned it in the mid-range with a premium feel. And this is where their strategy is strongest. Chery knows that today's customer doesn't just look at the brand name, but also at value for money. And they have a complete plan to launch this vehicle as a value-packed offering. It includes everything found in expensive vehicles, such as a smart display, AI driving assist, plug-in charging, and a high-capacity battery. But the price is set so that even the average buyer can think, wow, this is worth buying. Now let's talk about market entry. First, it will be launched in China, as that's where its manufacturing base is located and where Chery has its largest user base. In China, it's being promoted as a next-generation work truck, perfect for those who need a pickup truck for work, but don't want to compromise on technology. Following the China launch, Chery plans to introduce it in Australia and South America. The Australian market was chosen because of the high demand for pickup trucks there, with the Ford Ranger and Toyota Hilux being among the most popular models. Chery understands that if it can establish a foothold in Australia, entry into other markets will be easier. In Australia, the truck will be marketed as a cleaner, smarter, and more efficient work truck. Chery's marketing director has clearly stated, "We haven't copied Ford or Toyota. We've challenged them." He says the vehicle is designed not just for driving, but to provide users with a new experience. As for Europe and the Middle East, Chery is already selling its SUVs and electric models in these markets. Therefore, it's likely that this hybrid pickup will be launched there within the next 2 years. Especially in Europe, where there's a strong emphasis on green energy and fuel efficiency, this truck could be very popular due to its low-emission technology. Regarding India, there's no official confirmation yet, but if this model enters the Indian market, it will pose a strong challenge to vehicles like the Mahindra Scorpio pickup and Tata Yota EV. The craze for hybrids and EVs is growing in India, and if Chery starts local assembly, the price could be even more competitive. Chery's future, Hybrid Revolution 2030. Now let's talk about the part that truly reveals the purpose of Chery's entire journey. Chery's future, or the Hybrid Revolution 2030. While other companies are blindly rushing into the electric vehicle race, Chery has chosen a different path. They believe that the coming years will not be solely about EVs, electric vehicles, but about hybrid technology. A technology that understands the needs of the real world. Chery's CEO recently made a statement that has become a topic of discussion worldwide. He said, "We are not in the EV race. We are in the race for hybrid perfection." This means their focus is primarily on creating a hybrid system that is affordable, reliable, and most effective in real-world conditions. They argue that every country has different needs. Electricity is cheap in some places, not in others. Charging stations are available in some places, not everywhere. So how can one solution be right for everyone? This thinking sets Chery apart from other brands. The company's vision is to become the world's largest manufacturer of hybrid and plug-in hybrid vehicles by 2030. They don't believe that electric is the only future. Instead, they say that the path to the future will go through hybrids. The reason is clear. Most countries in the world still lack complete charging infrastructure. Meanwhile, the diesel and petrol network is widespread. In such a scenario, if a technology can bridge the gap between these two, that would be the most practical solution. And Chery is strengthening that bridge. Their next big plan is Hybrid Platform 2.0, which will bring together diesel, petrol, and electric options on a single architecture. This means that in the future, Chery vehicles will automatically decide when to run in electric mode and when to use the engine. The driver won't have to think about anything. The system will understand your driving pattern and switch modes to maximize mileage and minimize pollution. In addition, Chery is investing heavily in research and development. In the last few years, they have built a team of over 10,000 engineers who are working exclusively on battery efficiency, engine integration, and smart energy systems. Their goal is to incorporate at least 50% electric assistance in every Chery model by 2030, whether it's an SUV, pickup truck, or sedan. Chery's CEO also stated that EVs are a trend, but hybrids are a solution. He clearly explained that while many people in various countries want to buy EVs, concerns about charging infrastructure, battery life, and cost hold them back. In this context, hybrid vehicles act as a smart bridge connecting both worlds, the old engine technology and the new electric vision. Looking beyond 2030, Chery aims to gradually perfect its hybrid technology to the point where it becomes even more efficient than EVs. They believe that in the future, fully electric vehicles will only be viable in countries with highly advanced infrastructure. But the majority of the world will rely on hybrids. And when that time comes, Chery will be ready. Their Hybrid Revolution 2030 is not limited to just vehicles. They want to hybridize the entire system, from factories and supply chains to energy management. Within the company, battery and engine units are now working together to ensure that every new model is lighter, faster, and more affordable than its predecessors. If you think this truck is going to revolutionize the market, write "Game Over" in the comments and be sure to subscribe to the channel.